Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you already can tell by the title, this video is about my niche. I finally have, after a year and some months later, I finally decided what I wanted my videos to specifically be focused on. And I've changed my name, so my name is no longer Leah Ladybug. It's actually Leah Loves Thrifting. So that is my new name for my YouTube. So let me just backtrack. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't posted a video in a year and some change. And the reason why is because I still was kind of deciding what I wanted my channel to be about. And I didn't really have a clue what I wanted to do. I just wanted to create videos. And sometimes when you do it that way, you kind of get to the point where you're just putting anything out. Like you're just posting anything. And sometimes it's not a good thing. You're not really enjoying recording, like you feel like you have to record something. With me, I felt like, okay, now I got to figure out what it is that I want to focus my videos around. So I'm a person who loves thrift store shopping, and there's so many people all around the world who love that same thing. And so I know there's other channels that are like that as well, but who knows, maybe, mine will be different because it's me. So that's what my channel is going to be about. So to some of my subscribers who subscribed and that's just not your thing, I will totally understand if you unsubscribe. We have no hurt feelings, if
that's a lie. My feelings will be hurt.
Who knows, you might end up liking them. Who knows, you might. But if you just know off the bat you're not going to enjoy them, then you can go ahead and subscribe now. Unsubscribe now. I'll miss you, but no hurt feelings. So again, like I said, that's what my video is going to be about. It's going to be thrift store shopping, thrift store finds, thrift store tips. Sometimes they're gonna be videos just about my life, like that'll just happen. Sometimes I'll have updates about my life. This video though is targeted more towards thrift store tips. So there's a few tips. I've always enjoyed thrift store shopping, and after doing it for so often, I have certain tips of my own. Now I know there's all different kinds of tips, thrift store tips, but these are just my personal ones that I feel like help me to have almost 100% of the time have a successful trip. So, and these are not in any specific order. So yeah, some of them are before you go to the thrift store, and then some of them are during. So tip number 1, this is what I wrote down. I had to make sure I remember, so I wrote everything down. It says, before even thinking about going thrifting, make sure you have the time. So when I say that, I mean, don't go to the thrift store if you know you only got like 5 or 10 minutes. Like if you want to have a successful trip where you're going to actually leave with something, you need to have the time to look. I think that's a big thing for a lot of people, is that they just don't have the time. Like they go wanting to find something, but they don't have the time to look. If you're only going to be there for 5-10 minutes, then I can almost say you're never, like, in that amount of time, you're just not gonna find anything because you don't have the time to look. So always just make sure it's a day or time where you're gonna be free for maybe an hour or a couple of hours. Now I'm the type of person, like, I feel like the more time the better. So I find the most things when I have a free day to really look. And I'm one of those people who like to really look. Like I like to look on every single rack, anything that's in my size. I have to look at it. So yeah, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, set a budget for yourself. By doing this, you make sure to not overspend. So although you're saving money going to the thrift store, buying things secondhand, you could lose money if you buy way too much and you overspend. So make sure that you always have a budget in mind. With me, I think my budget is always $20-$30. That's usually my budget, and I usually find so many pieces by just sticking to that. So just make sure you always have a budget in mind, because again, you could be really, in a sense, not saving money because of how much you're spending at the thrift store. So just be careful of that. Tip number 3, before adding any new items to your closet, get rid of some old clothing. So this is something that I do. I feel so much better when I do it, like, because I am making sure to clean out my closet before adding anything new, because after a while, all of us, most women at least, after a while, we'll just start buying things. We'll buy things. Some stuff new with tag. Y'all know who I'm talking to. Y'all know. New with tag items that you've never touched. Or you buy certain things and you just never get to them. Like you think it's, oh, this is so cute. You buy it and then it just stays in your closet. So I just make sure with me, now, if this is something you don't do, I recommend you doing it because it'll just save you some space in your closet. Alright, so this is why I said it's best to clean out your closet, because this bag is what I've had, that stuff I haven't worn or that I'm kind of tired of, and I gotta just, yeah. So if you haven't cleaned out your closet, you need to go do it before you think about going thrift store shopping. Tip number 4, decide what thrift store you're gonna go to visit. So that's really without saying. Just make sure you know what thrift store you want to go to. Now, in my area, there's so many different thrift stores. There's so many different areas around here that I could just go. And there's so many thrift stores I just have never been to. If you're a person who's just never been to any thrift store, period, sometimes it's good to ask around. So if you have a friend that you know they get items from the thrift store or their local thrift store, like ask them, like, where do you go? Like, I would love to know where you go so I can go find me some items. So yeah, so that way you'll be able to kind of have an idea of where you would like to go for your thrift store visit. Tip number 5, have an idea of what you're looking for. So this kind of goes with the having a budget thing, because if you know what you're looking for, you're not going to overspend. You're going to stick to the budget. So if you're going in there for summer dresses, stick to that. Stick to summer dresses. That way you don't end up picking up so many other items. I know that's kind of hard though, because I can't talk. I have the hardest time just sticking to buying a specific item, because then I'll see something else, and yeah, if I could stay all day and just look through every rack, I would do it, but it's not practical. Yeah, have in mind what you're looking for. So just make sure you have an idea of what it is that you're looking for, what style, yeah. And then tip number 6 is any item that you come across while you're in the thrift store, make sure to inspect it, because there are some thrift stores that kind of just take anything and they don't really do much inspection. And so there are going to be items that might be torn or might be missing things, like missing a button or just missing items on it. Like there are shirts that have beading on it, like certain beads might be missing. So really make sure to look at what you're buying before you buy it, because once you buy it, that's pretty much it. There are some thrift stores who may allow you to return things, or not even return, but maybe exchange it for something else. So you're not getting your money back, but you're getting something equivalent to what you bought initially. But most of the time, thrift stores will not let you return an item. So please be sure before you even buy it, before you even go to that counter, make sure you know, or make sure you look at it and make sure it's not missing anything, it's not torn, discolored. Like a lot of people, like I said, some thrift stores just take anything. So there's things that just are not in the best condition, and so just make sure you know sure to look at what you're buying before you buy it. But that's pretty much it for the tips that I have for today. If there's any tips that I've read that you just didn't know about, please be sure to comment. And if there's any tips you have that I didn't even mention, please be sure to comment as well. I would love to. I'll take any more tips, so that, I'm trying to be more a successful thrifter. So any tips that you feel like are helpful for me, I will definitely take those tips as well. All right, y'all. So that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed watching. I know it was just me talking a lot, but again, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope those tips helped you. And so please make sure, though, I cannot emphasize this enough, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys, I have the subscribe button somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere, as well as my other additional videos that I've made in the past. Of course, those videos were before I figured out what my niche was gonna be. But those are still enjoyable, question mark. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna enjoy them, but again, just check them out just until I post my video. I will be posting videos every Friday, so yeah, so I have a schedule established. So every Friday, be sure to expect a video from me. Again, I thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all again soon.